Yeah, yeah, yeah. Black society. Yeah, yeah. So a black police officer named Tracy Reid from South Carolina, took a trip with three of his white colleagues on a work trip to Augusta, Georgia. They stopped in a Chick-fil-A to get some breakfast, and the black officer Tracy Reid was denied free food, but the white officers got to eat free food.
I was kind of humiliated and embarrassed, at the whole situation, because it seemed like it was a racial issue to me.
Clover Police Sergeant Tracy Reid had that experience at a Chick-fil-A restaurant in Augusta, Georgia, while on a work trip a few weeks ago. He and three other CPD officers, all of them white, went into the restaurant for breakfast.
We all came into the restaurant together, we rode together, came in the restaurant together, all had the same uniform on, stood in line together. There was never a time that we were not together while standing in line.
They say all three white officers were offered a complimentary meal, which they say is often offered to law enforcement at the popular restaurant chain. But when Sergeant Reid got to the register, he had to pay.
He said he had to pay for his meal, and it infuriated me. And I told him, I said, "Do you want me to go say something?" And he was like, "No, I don't want you to cause a scene." But I could tell by the way he looked that, he just looked down at his plate and he looked really embarrassed and humiliated, which really made me mad.
Eventually, Reid wrote this letter to Chick-fil-A corporate demanding the chain retrain employees at the Augusta location and strengthen corporate-wide policies on compliance with civil rights laws. But Reid and the other officers were not satisfied with the response from the Augusta store manager, which included 2 cards for free meals.
They said that it was perceived that we were embarrassed or that it was a racial incident, which I didn't like, because I know it wasn't perceived. It actually happened.
He's not the only one who perceived it. We all perceived it that way, and it's not even perception, it's what happened. It was a racial issue.
There you have it. Officer Tracy Reid from South Carolina and his white colleagues, 3 of them went to a Chick-fil-A in Augusta, Georgia, and clear my throat so y'all can hear this in the back. His 3 white colleagues were given free food at the Chick-fil-A because they went for breakfast, and through promotion and things like that, they gave free food to law enforcement. Well, Tracy Reid's 3 white colleagues got free food, and he was denied free food by Chick-fil-A, the workers at Chick-fil-A, and made to pay for his meal. And he was the only black officer in the group. Now he understands. If he didn't, now he understands that he's black. Even though you're a police officer, they still show no love. They still racially profile you. It's still racially profile you. This is for all those black officers who like to stand in the back while Caucasian officers brutalize, FBA people. Why they brutalize, and I see this in every video. The white officers be brutalizing FBAs, the black brown people, and the black officers just stand to the side or stand to the background or lightly try to get them off, instead of pushing them off, saying, "Hey, you can't do that. Stop doing that." You know what I'm saying? Like, you're the same here in America, all right? Just because you're a police officer don't mean that they're going to treat you no different. They see you as being black, brown, just like anybody else. Just like anybody else. They're not going to treat you no different. And at this Chick-fil-A, they showed him. In Augusta, Georgia. He came from South Carolina, one of the racist states, and went to a state that he found to be more racist than he is. In Georgia. Yeah. Now, he filed, a written note. He said, now, one thing about his colleagues, though, his white colleagues now, they stood up for him, all right? And they were angry. They voiced their opinions on it. And they were gonna go at the Chick-fil-A people, that day. But Tracy Reid told his colleagues, "Nah, don't worry about it. Y'all don't say nothing." You know what I'm saying? Because they were gonna say something. They said that they were angry at what happened to their colleague, that he didn't get any free food, just like they did, because they were white. So his colleagues did, was like, "Hey man, look, we'll say something, man. You want us to just say the word?" He was like, "Nah, I'm good, man. Y'all don't have to say nothing." You know what I'm saying? Just, y'all just leave it alone. But man, that's the state that we're living in, man, in America. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this whole racist narrative, it is being pushed like fully and wholeheartedly. Like, they're going hard with the racism now. I think we're living in a more racist. I don't know, man. If we might be living in a more racist time than, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and all that stuff, man. I think we are, man, because people, they're really, a lot of these racists are using social media to do it, and they're going extra hard on social media. They have these little pages or channels to where they don't have nothing on it, and they just have the initial of their name or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And they might have some crazy name on there with no pictures or nothing on there, And these people are hiding, and they're going crazy in the comment sections, writing racist stuff, because they don't have no picture. Nobody know who they are. So they're hiding in plain view. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. So, and I think, like I said, I feel like these are the most racist times ever. People are really showing in the justice system. Oh, they're really showing it. They're really showing it. They are bending the rules. They're bending the law. They're excluding the law. They're not even going by the law now in these courtrooms and and everywhere else. They're not going by the law. They are not. They're using everything in their power to not go by the law and make sure they get convictions, make sure they do this and that. It's crazy. But this police officer, he found out the world that we're living in, to where he's not excluded from that. He's not excluded from racism just because you're a police officer. No, they're gonna treat you the same way, and they showed him. He showed up. He thought that, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna get free food just like my colleagues. Shoot, he went to get his free food. They said, "Payment, please." That's crazy. I'm telling you, man, these racists are out of control. I'm telling you, these racist people are out of control, man. Out of control. They knew that police officer was supposed to get free food at Chick-fil-A just like the white officers. And they denied this man free food. Denied him. We're not feeding you. Nah, on white officers only. White officers only get free food. Black officers don't eat free here. That reminds you of slavery days. In slavery days, or even after slavery days, back in, Jim Crow. When there was, if there was a black officer and there were white officers, he couldn't even go to the same restroom. And he wouldn't have never got free food like the white officers. So it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, y'all. I'm telling y'all. They're trying to bring back Jim Crow type era, and they're doing it with everything. With everything. With the Supreme Court, with the judicial system, the police, with the citizens, everything. They're trying to mimic Jim Crow. I'm telling you. And that is sick. That's sick. And that was sick for them to, do that to that black police officer. But, I wonder what kind of officer Tracy Reid is, man. I wonder what kind of officer he is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe that was God trying to tell him something. You know what I mean? I mean, who knows if he's a good one or a bad one? Who knows? You never know how he treat, the citizens in, South Carolina. Who knows? But, like I said, they trying to take it back. Even told the officer, No, 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 no. That's crazy, but look at me. Y'all like, y'all comment, y'all share. Man, y'all subscribe to the channel, man. Let me know what y'all think. Purchase a super thing so we can help needy families and help the community. Till the next video. Yeah.